Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk. Back in the video today, we're going to be talking about previewing the Houston Texans versus Cleveland Browns game for tomorrow. The game is at 12 o'clock in Houston, Texas. Big headline here. Should be one of the most watched games of the season. Probably wouldn't think that with the Houston Texans. As the Deshaun Watson returns to H-Town for the first time, plays for the first time with the Browns, plays this first game against the Texans, and should be a crazy environment tomorrow in Houston at the game. Crowd should be booing him like crazy, which I don't really support. But you know, they're going to treat him really bad, and it's going to be a crazy environment, and I think there's going to be a lot of booing for multiple things towards the owners, towards Deshaun, and, you know, it's going to be crazy. And I actually think this is going to be a great game, too. And I will go over my reasons. You know, before we go over my reasons, we're going to go over the injury report. Besides the Texans' main IR guys that have been on the IR for a while with Grenard and some of those other guys, Justin Britt has not been available. Same old on the IR. It's tough to see Jonathan Grenard be out again. But besides that, the only other injuries we have you got the injury you got Derek Stingley Jr. and Brandon Cooks both out for tomorrow's game. And Rex Burkhead is questionable. I doubt that he's going to be able to go tomorrow. I would really doubt he's going to be able to play in tomorrow's game. For the Browns, only main players that are out for them, David Njoku is out for the Cleveland Browns. But besides that, for the Browns, that is it. Deshaun Watson is eligible for tomorrow. He will be starting for the Cleveland Browns. Jacoby Brissett will be the backup. They waived Joshua Dobbs, and so that is the quarterback situation for the Browns, of course. Going into the keys of the game, what do the Texans need to do? I just say play good defense in this one. You're playing a quarterback that has not played in 2 seasons. I think Deshaun Watson should come off a little rusty. Haven't been out there. Not a lot of chemistry either. Deshaun Watson has not been with the team. He's been away. He's been suspended. You know, I know they might have gotten a little bit of chemistry in preseason, but, you know, still a lot of these other guys like Amari Cooper, Nick Chubb, and all those, that whole team, they've been working with Jacoby Brissett. That's been their quarterback for the first 11 games of the season, and now there's a change. I think there's going to be a lot of chemistry issues for the Browns. So, you know, I really think this should be an easy game for the Texans to win if their offense is productive in this one. So that is my key to the game for the Texans. Their offense needs to be productive, consistent. Kyle Allen needs to make some good plays. The run game needs to be good. The last 2 games, the run game has been awful. Last week against the Dolphins, the run game with Dameon Pierce. Dameon Pierce the last 2 weeks has not been it. And I want to see Dameon Pierce go out there tomorrow and beast. I want him to go on beast mode because the last 2 games, Dameon Pierce has not been it. I mean, so I just think in this case, I think Dameon Pierce, this is his game to shine. And I think this is a game where Nico Collins and Jordan Akins have a good game with no Brandon Cooks. That leads to more targets for Nico Collins and Jordan Akins. We saw Jordan Akins have a great game on Sunday versus the Dolphins. I think that continues. Jordan Akins was a guy Deshaun Watson tended to go to a lot, and I think that Jordan Akins will have a big game tomorrow. I also think that Nico Collins will have himself a successful game, and I say throw the ball to Chris Moore a couple times. With Brandon Cooks out, that leaves Chris Moore as your second best wide receiver. So give him some targets. Besides that, you know, try to bring some pressure to Deshaun. Try to hit him, get that crowd loud, because I guarantee it, if you sack him once, that crowd's going to go loud. I think you're going to hear NRG the loudest it's been all season for sure. I have no doubt NRG will be the loudest it's been all season. And so, yeah, for my final prediction in this game, call me crazy. Call me stupid, whatever you want to call me. But I think the Texans end up winning this game 20-17. I think this is a struggle for the Browns. I think Deshaun makes some good plays, looks all right. I think ultimately, the best of the Browns is the run game, and if the Texans are going to lose this game, it's because Nick Chubb is going crazy. That's been the one thing this season that has killed the Texans. Derrick Henry's killed the Texans on the run. Saquon Barkley's killed the Texans. So, you got to think about what happens if Nick Chubb goes off, because the Texans can't stop him. So I think some good runs by Nick Chubb keeps the Browns in this game. I think Kyle Allen has himself a decent game. I think the crowd gets in Deshaun's head, because deep down he loved it here, and the disrespect's going to kind of get in his head. The booing and all that stuff, it's going to get in his head, and it's going to affect his playing, the chemistry, all that stuff. It's just, you wouldn't think a stadium would be that loud for a 1-9 football team, but I think that tomorrow you got every reason to be loud tomorrow, and I got the Texans winning this one in a big one, 20-17. The Texans got many reasons to want to win this game. Here's a good one. The Texans get the Browns' first-round pick this season. At the end of the season, if the Texans win this game, the Texans will get a better pick, because the Browns would have lost, and the Browns would go, which I think at the end of the season and today, I think the Browns would get the 9th pick, so the Texans would get that. Maybe you get in the top 7 if the Browns lose to us tomorrow. So the Texans have many reasons to try to win this game tomorrow. If the Texans were to win tomorrow, they still would be in the number one. They would still get the number 1 pick with their first-round pick. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts for the game tomorrow, and peace out. Go Texans.